Juliet Robinson was born Juliet Alexander on the 3rd of November 1959 in Bennett Village, Santa Flora. She was the last girl of 13 children, cherished and loved by her siblings. As a beautiful, vivacious young woman, she caught the interest of many admirers, but she would give her heart and attention to just one, Steve Robertson, her first and only love. They married and enjoyed many blissful years, which produced 4 lovely children: Kern, Kirby, Kevon, and Kelly, whom they showered with care and affection. But God had so much more in store for this family. One fateful day, Brother Steve was introduced to the message of William Marion Branham by his nephew Kai Smith. It was like music to his ears, and soon he was baptized and began faithfully attending services at what is now known as Sunset Tabernacle. Sister Juliet could not understand why her husband had chosen to join himself to what many erroneously viewed as a cult, and this produced some tension and conflict within the home for a while. Brother Steve, steadfast and full of faith, waited patiently for many months until the day arrived when concern and curiosity got the better of Sister Juliet, and she paid the church a visit. The rest was history. She was baptized soon after in true Christian baptism, and one by one all 4 of the children followed. From the outset, Sister Juliet was a wonderful addition to the church family. Beautiful both within and without, her sprightly nature and caring personality drew people to her like a magnet. There also was widespread admiration for the special, loving bond that she and Brother Steve so obviously shared. But what set her apart from all others was her voice. When she opened her mouth, crystal notes carried on celestial strains poured out and drifted sweetly into the listening ear, transporting the soul into holy and healing atmospheres, where the Spirit of God bathed the worshipper in waves of glory.
Through torture, death, good times and bad, he was there right in the midst. And with every trial you are going through, you can conquer, 'cause right behind you there he is. And there he is, standing right beside his little
It was an unforgettable experience to hear her express herself in song. We at Sunset Tabernacle were especially blessed, but her gift was shared far and wide with believers around the country. Whatever church we visited, the believers were in for a treat when Sister Juliet rendered a special. As remarkable as the gift of singing was, it was far from being her only talent. Not at all. This sister also possessed an incredible sweet hand. Boy, she could cook. The dishes she prepared were mouth-watering. Talk about local cuisine. Fried beaks and bourgeois, baked chicken, macaroni pie, sponge cake, fudge, callaloo, fried fish, you name it. And who could resist her ice cream? Even simple meals like lentil peas, rice, and stewed chicken turned into a finger-licking feast when Sister Juliet was turning the pot. She created a memorable mark on the hearts and stomachs of the guests of this fellowship. She eventually was appointed the main cook at all our church functions, get-togethers, and special events. In addition to this, she was an impeccable housewife, being schooled in the art of keeping house. She, when prodded, would share her secret to doing laundry. How she was able to keep her white clothes so amazingly white, and how she would hand wash certain clothes to ensure their longevity, and how she kept her clothes looking and smelling so awesome. It was the first time that some of us learned the system of house cleaning, where tasks were performed in a particular order to ensure perfection was the end result. And by no means did her teaching end there. She enlisted as a volunteer teacher when Sunset Tabernacle made its first attempt to assist parents with homeschooling. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that her darling grandson, Jonah, was a student there. Which brings us to her role as a grandmother. When she was ushered into this role by the birth of her first grandchild, I don't believe that there could have been a prouder, more ecstatic grandma. It was an event made bittersweet by the sudden departure of her beloved Steve only a couple of years before. It was sure to be a chapter in their lives that would have brought them immense satisfaction. However, though she was now widowed, her delight only grew with each additional grandchild her daughter Kelly birthed, and eventually she became a permanent fixture in the home, lending a helping hand and being a steady support to the Titus Dixon family. This move brought delight not only to the family, but also to the believers who lived in the neighborhood. It was at this time that she took on the additional duty of ferrying believers to and from church, performing countless airport runs and running errands in preparation for church events. one of the most significant events in our fellowship's history took place in 2020 when we were the first recipients of the Agapo tablet in the entire region. Sister Juliet was right on hand, partaking in this Jubilee celebration, and even playing a part in carrying this precious cargo into the new hall for storage before distribution. Although Sister Juliet was a truly remarkable individual, she shied away from the spotlight and from cameras.
Just imagine Sister Juliet hiding behind the post. She don't record here, she face big on the screen. Woo! God bless, God bless.
She remained mainly in the background, but she was definitely a permanent fixture at every event.
I would like to say that I'm almost 2 months pregnant.
Cooking, cleaning, helping, dancing, and of course, singing. We cannot say farewell, but we can say, see you soon, Sister Juliet. You are now reunited with precious Brother Steve. We know that you are having the time of your lives in the presence of the saints. You are young, beautiful, and vibrant, singing and worshiping in that place where a tear can never dim your eye, where there is no worry and no disappointment. Till we meet.
Lives of great men all remind us when we can make our lives sublime and partings leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Footprints that perhaps another, while sailing over life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother in sea shall take heart again.